pro boxing fans, Adam Smith. We've just seen AJ.
Congratulations. He was brilliant tonight.
Merry Christmas and a great New Year.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. He was brilliant tonight.
Yes,
he was brilliant tonight. See you next year.
That's Anthony Joshua's father. Adam Smith just talks to me about that. Probably one of the most dominant displays from Anthony Joshua we've seen in a long time. He looked happy afterwards. He's smiling, taking pictures again. Talk to me about that performance from Anthony Joshua.
I'm smiling. I've known Josh for so long. I thought he was terrific tonight. I thought he was really sharp. He obviously has really enjoyed the time with Ben Davison, and he boxed a beautiful fight. He used that jab really well early on. He got centre ring. You know, he got his shots off. He looked accurate. He was quick. There was a fire to him tonight, but there was a calmness too. It was brilliantly poised, and yeah, I thought it was his best performance in a long time. I thought he was razor sharp, and Otto Wallin, after 3-4 rounds, didn't really want to be there. He was busted up, and it was a very sensible, compassionate, correct stoppage and pull out by the corner. And yeah, Ben and AJ deserve a lot of credit tonight, especially Anthony. He's been under a lot of pressure, always is, but people have been saying all week that he's been grumpy and he's not right and all of this. The Anthony Joshua I know is a competitor, he's a warrior, he's a listener and a learner. He's like a sponge, and he's obviously gone to Ben, he's enjoyed the time, he's listened to him in the corner, and he's delivered a fantastic performance. He's right back, and I really look forward to seeing him in 2024 in some big fights.
What did you see that you felt what changes that Ben made? We saw the confidence. AJ looked like he was willing to exchange. Whilst he was countering, he looked like he was willing to exchange. But what did Ben change?
Well, Ben knew obviously Otto Wallin anyway. He worked with Tyson Fury, but look what he's done with Lee Wood, right? He's totally changed Lee Wood as a fighter. And I think with Josh, right, he's always had the basics and he can always punch, and we know that. He's obviously had some difficulties, Andy Ruiz and then the Usyk fights, and maybe a lack of confidence a little bit and a little bit tentative, but I think he went back to what he knows best. That's getting behind that jab. Jab is key in the heavyweight division, and it just was fantastic. I thought there was a piercing, proper jab tonight, and I think that was the key, but it was being slightly patient, but getting centre ring, and yeah, just employing the tactics, listening in the corner and delivering. Perfect boxing.
Let's talk about José Parker and Deontay Wilder. What a performance from José Parker. Talk to me about that performance.
Absolutely fantastic and made up for Joe. What a nice guy, and really he's got a new lease of life, you know, training alongside Tyson Fury with Andy Lee. He worked really hard for this. He was very confident beforehand that he was going to stop Deontay Wilder. They boxed beautifully, the two of them again. I'm saying like Ben, you know, and Anthony. I think when you've got a union like that, and Andy and Joe obviously have, and Andy masterminded that wonderfully. So difficult to fight a guy like Deontay Wilder, always worried about that big right hand. It can land at any point from round 1 to round 12, and it just never looked like it was going to. Joe was great, his jab was good, he raided well, his feet were good, he used the distance well, he kept out of range, then he got in close, he never allowed Wilder to get that leverage, and Deontay was poor, he'd been inactive, his timing was off, and yeah, it was a wonderful win for Joe Parker, and obviously it rips up the script a bit, but that's heavyweight boxing, and what are we going to do now? Is it going to be Joshua Parker 2? The first one was disappointing, wasn't it, in Cardiff, so I don't know that they're both different, or do you do Joshua against Hrgovic maybe, and I don't know, there's so many things you can do, but Parker and Joshua go out of this tonight. I mean, Tyson must be so happy back home for Joe Parker. He was a fantastic performance, and you know, Eddie must be delighted, and Freddie with Anthony tonight. I thought he was great, and he's had a lot of criticism, and yeah, he delivered a great performance tonight. People will say it's Otto Wallin, it's not, it's a level below, but Wallin's a solid operator. He's coming off a number of wins. You know, he'd taken Fury the distance, he'd cut him, you know, it was, I tell you, that was a really good performance against a guy in Wallin who was confident beforehand, and he had momentum, and it was against a southpaw too, and he struggles against southpaws, and he didn't tonight. He looked great.
Awesome. Adam Smith, always a pleasure to talk to yourself. Nice. No doubt we'll speak to you soon. Have a good Christmas and New Year.
Thank you.
And then we'll see you in 2024.
You too. See you in 2024.
Thank you very much. Adam, always a pleasure.